You're right, everyone, it's Ace here from Romeo Custom Catapults. So a little bit excited about this video and this build that you see before you. Where do I start? Let's take it right back. Right, I've got a very good friend through catapults, but a friend I've also known 22 years of my life. Joefe slingshot hunter. Now, a few of you, if you're into catapults, you'll have seen him on various Facebook groups and whatnot. You'll have seen him at tournaments if you've been, and you'll see his YouTube channel. He's got a YouTube channel called Joefe Slingshot Hunter. He's putting together some fantastic videos on there, killing cooks, killing various different game, cooking it, does some fantastic recipes. He's a bit of a chef. He likes cooking, and he's a very, very good shot. Like he's won numerous trophies and whatnot. He's been around a long time, not quite as long as me, but long enough. And anyway, he's gaining popularity on YouTube. He wants to do his own frame. People ask him all the time what he shoots. So he came to me and said, can we create something? So obviously I love a challenge. I said, yes, no worries. What are you looking for? He sent me a picture of 3 catapults over, which he liked certain parts of them, just to give me an idea of where I was going to go and then put my own spin on it. So I did that. We decided on it was going to be an ambidextrous frame, symmetrical ambidextrous, and wrap and tuck. Reason being is he'd like to mass produce, maybe cast, maybe injection molded, HDPE. I don't know, that's his business. You'd have to speak to him about that. But the basic frame is going to be, we started off at 15 mil. This one's 14. I kind of like the feel of this. Really nice. That one's 15. It's a bit chunkier for the custom. But this one's 14. This is probably the one that it'll go mass producing from. 100 mil outer width. Now, they're 100 mil outer width because that's what he shoots. It wouldn't make sense to do a frame or recommend a frame that wasn't what he actually shot. The tips are around about 24 mil. Might be a touch under. But they're big enough to put any type of hunting band on it. The good thing about bands now, there's so many different thicknesses. You can go up and down the thicknesses to find your right kind of band. So 24 mil, 23 mil tips are big enough in my opinion. It's narrow enough here to put a wrap on it, like a paracord or some type of rubber wrap, but it doesn't need it. I've also taken the handle quite high up here, so I can shorten the handle up. So we've got quite a short handle, but it's still, I've got small hands and it feels great. And I've got a good friend that's come over and held this who's got hands of a giant, and he still says it feels great. We went for wrap and tuck because obviously it's easier to mass produce, basically, if that's what he wants to do. This one is a gingerbread build. You've got 2 different types of toughenol. Looks really good. I love the colour of that caramel one at the top. You've seen these builds before. No lanyard hole. It can be put in at a later date if he so chooses. Now, this is the front side. The front side isn't shaped in quite as much as this side, as you can see. Grips and holds fantastic, to be honest. Really, really good. He decided to go with over the top because it's better for hunting in a lot of people's opinions. It's better for gauging distance than TTF. TTF can often cover your target with a fork if you're having to aim higher for longer distances. Whereas OTT, you just aim down the fork. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else I can tell you about the design. I think I've covered all points of it. And like I say, if you need more info, go to his YouTube channel, Joefe Slingshot Hunter, or find him on Facebook, and he'll give you all the details you need of this build. Obviously, he's allowing me to build customs, so if people want customs, they can come to me. And I hope this build gets out there because it is really, really nice, and it's a little bit different than anything else. I mean, it's got a little bit of a look of an SPS, but every dimension of it is different than an SPS, so it's completely different in that way. I mean, obviously, I'll do custom dimensions on these. Now, I'll show you the custom. First of all, we've got his pin in there. JSH, Joefe Slingshot Hunter. Carbon pins. Now, the side of this build, we've got... The faces are 5mm natural G10. The core is a slightly off-coloured natural G10, sandwiched with thin copper. And then we've got carbon liners. 15mm overall, shaped exactly the same as the other one, same dimensions as the other one. Now, he wanted this colour because it matches his van. He's recently bought a little four-wheel drive Renault Kangoo with a roof tent on it, and it's his little mooching van, and this matches it perfect. On this side, we've done something a little bit special. I inlaid genuine Stingray, which I've only done it once before on my build. I've got a couple of builds coming up what I'm doing it on, but it looks really, really good. The pins are 3/4 through, so, well, as you can see, they're all the way through there. They come through the other side of there, and there's a pin, carbon pin behind that pin. I'm really happy with how the Stingrays come out on this. The Stingray can be very hard to put in. The reason being is when you countersink the holes to put it in, you don't want to go too deep, because then you're going to feel the holes and it just wouldn't look right. It's too easy to do that. You don't want to go too shallow, because then it'll be flared up on the edges. You need to get it perfectly flush, and I've just about nailed it. I mean, in a couple of places you could feel it up a little bit. You remember when I drill it, it's before sanding. Then you gotta gauge that you're gonna sand back a little bit, so you've got to allow for that. And then also there's glue that can push it up. It's a nightmare. It's near impossible to get it perfect, but this is very good. That's all I'm going to say. It's very, very good. A couple of little edges were sticking up here and there, but I've gone over it with some 2000 grit sandpaper, so now it feels perfect. And that is genuine Stingray. It's obviously dyed green. I don't think I've seen any genuine Stingrays that are green. So yeah, it's been dyed. Really, really happy with the build. I would have liked there had been no whiting around there and there and there, but it's one of them things. This build was delayed at the last minute because I decided to order brand new drill bits for it. So when I drilled this, I used a brand new drill bit to go through there, but not all the way through. One to go through there, again, not all the way through, and the same on all of them. And then I use another new drill bit to actually go through out the other side. Well, I use a brand new drill bit for that and that and that, and it's still got a touch of white in it. It's just one of them things. It's out of my control, but nevertheless, the build I'm extremely happy with. Really pops. Like I say, that ambidextrous left or right hand hold. That was pretty cool. Before anyone says that's a mark, it's not. It's actually the pattern. I thought it was a mark at first. I thought, oh, fucking hell, that needs to go. But like I say, as you can see, it's in the pattern. Really, really happy with them. Love the weight in this as well. It's a really nice custom. The Stingray. I mean, who else is inlaying Stingray in catapults other than Romany custom catapults? That's what we're here to do. Do something a little bit different. You can see the flushness of them. Nothing sticking up. Oh man, I like it. I'm happy, happy, happy. Really, really happy. Hope you all like the build. Like I say, any questions about these builds and this design, get in touch with Joefe. He'll tell you what his plans are, if he's got any at this moment in time, of how he's going to go from here with this design. And like I say, I'm available to build customs of this design with his permission. He's happy to get the design out there, so you don't need to ask him for permission to have one of these builds built from me. I mean, you would do if you was going to get them built from someone else. It'd be the courteous thing to do, to ask for his permission. But if you're coming to me to have them built, no need to message him. Just get in touch with me. He's happy for me to crack on with them. And the one thing I've not mentioned is the name. This build is called the HOTSHOT, which I think is a great name for a catapult. Nice and simple, rolls off the tongue, and it's easy for anyone to say. I'm not going to rabbit on anymore. I've got some pictures uploaded to Instagram and Facebook of the builds, make them look really, really pretty. But yeah, be nice to get your opinions on it, see what you think. I hope everyone has a good day. The HOTSHOT, made by Romany Custom Catapults, co-designed Joefe Slingshot Hunter. Cheers all, and thanks for watching.